Hey, Mater. Wow, the snow has really come down today, hasn't it?
Yep, sure is a beauty, ain't it? Reminds me of the time that I turned into snow.
What? Turned into snow? Okay, I've got to hear this one.
It all started the day after the blizzard of 2008. I was flying in one of those fancy helicopters that you gave me access to when all of a sudden I started leaning out and I fell into the snow. Now everybody knows that a vehicle's body is made up of over 85% water, but the longer I spent trekking through that snow, that number soon began to increase. Soon, I was at 90% water, then 95% water, and by the time I made it out, I was 100% water. I was no longer a tow truck, but a snow truck.
Okay, Mater, you've told me a lot of tall tales over the years, but this one might be the most ridiculous one I've ever heard in my life. That did not happen.
Well, don't you remember you was there too? I had to tow you out of there all by myself. It's lucky that my hook wasn't turned into water.
Oh, thanks for saving me, Mater, but now what are we supposed to do?
Well, we're made of snow. If we go inside, we're gonna melt, so I'm not sure what else we can do. We don't have much time on this planet, do we, Lightning? Before you can even figure out what your next move of action is, you'll find that your body is slowly becoming one with the Earth itself, which, I guess that makes sense. Matter cannot be created nor destroyed, just transferred into a different form. It's how all life on this planet has worked since the dawn of time.
Okay, so if we die, then how are we still alive?
Oh, that's simple. You see, we both started with 3 lives. You got 2 left and I got 1 left. Because remember, I lost that one back at the salt flats. All you gotta do is be careful and don't get eaten.
Eaten?
Hello everybody and Merry Christmas. It is day 25 of 25 Days of Suggestions 2025. Wow, that is a lot of 25s. I hope you're all having an incredible Christmas, an incredible holiday season, and hope you all have a wonderful rest of your year moving into the new year. I am here, of course, to wrap up this year's 25 Days of Suggestions with a very special review. Chug from Plains. Today, we're going to take a look at Chug. Now, every year, for the last day of 25 Days of Suggestions, I handpick the item because I always like giving a special shout out to a good friend of mine or a significant member of the community on the final day. And today, that shout out goes to Calypso the Poison Frog. You saw his wonderful sketch at the beginning of this video. Oh my gosh, guys, I laughed so hard. He sent me that overnight. I watched it at like 7 o'clock in the morning right after I woke up. Guys, it's so funny. I love it so much. Oh my gosh, it was so good. And yeah, not only was Calypso featured in this very video, he's a very good friend of mine who has worked with me on many projects. You've certainly seen him on the channel, especially this year. We actually first met, funnily enough, he's one of very few people who are frequent viewers of this channel who actually found out about me through Uptown Funk. He is both a Muppet fan and a Cars fan. Nice to see there are others like me out there. And the first time he commented on one of my videos was around this time 2 years ago when he commented on my big history of the Lady Gaga and the Muppets Holiday Spectacular from 2013, which I did a big deep dive on in 2023. And he commented there, and eventually we ended up becoming very good friends. Calypso has helped me out in many things. He's guest starred on the channel many times, including, again, this very video. And he also helps me edit from time to time, especially over on Uptown Funk, where he often handles half of the videos, or sometimes even edits my entire videos himself, which is just so nice of him, so kind of him. And beyond that, he's just an incredibly talented performer and puppeteer, although I'm not sure if you want to tell him about the puppeteer part. Calypso is really just a really wonderful friend of mine and a great person that I've met here through doing YouTube, and I think he really deserves a special final day shout out. So thanks, Calypso. You're making me review the fart truck from Planes. Calypso actually edited part of my Planes, my big Planes review that will be coming out now early next year. I'm hoping to get back to working on that and wrap it up soon. And I have a very interesting segment about Chug and how I think Chug is just a very unfunny character. And Calypso edited that segment, I believe. And yeah, I mean, Chug is, I think, just a really unfunny kids movie comic relief character. In my Planes review, not to get into spoilers, I talk about how Mater really works in ways that Chug doesn't. But while I don't think Chug is the most endearing character, and I think he's pretty annoying in the Planes movies, I really love his design, the type of vehicle he is, and his diecast. So much so that actually, when Planes was coming out back in 2013, Chug was the only Planes diecast I bought. Yeah, he was the only Planes character I got a diecast of. I always wanted Ripslinger, could never find him. The only one I bought in the store ended up being Chug. And Chug is just such a distinct and unique character. He is, of course, a fuel truck, but he's just kind of, a bit larger than a pickup truck. If you grab like a random Mater and show them. Yeah, he's a pretty large vehicle, as all Planes road vehicles are that we got in the diecast line, of course. But he's just a very interesting concept, and he has a lot of very clever design elements. While Planes has a lot of issues, I think a lot of the character designs are pretty stellar. One thing I love about Chug's design, he has the classic mustache grill that so many Cars characters have, but Chug's is actually designed to kind of look like wings, which is really fun and clever. I love how much his bumper comes out from the front of the car, and the red and green color scheme is actually not only very aesthetically pleasing, it's also quite fitting for Christmas, of course. This is the first time I've ever reviewed Chug on his own. My only other Chug review on the channel was back in early 2018 when I reviewed him alongside a set of other green cars for St. Patrick's Day. Alongside Artist Ramon, who I also reviewed on his own for the first time during this 25 days, which is pretty funny. I think Chug's got a really great and in-character facial expression as well. Got all of his lights up there, his rear view mirrors, and Chug's little gas pump, which works basically as an arm and a hand for him in the movies. In the movies, he could stretch all the way to his mouth, or he could use it to fill up other cars. I hope he cleans that thing before he puts it in his mouth. It's been places, man. Probably not, because he is the fart truck. I always wish that it had mobility. It really doesn't. It has very, very strict mobility. It is a soft plastic piece, so you could warp and bend it if you want to, but it's clearly not designed to be that way, and it's really a shame, I think, that they didn't actually articulate this, or at the very least put it on a rotating base. There are a lot of Planes diecasts where they did really cool special features. We had fold-out wings on planes like Echo and Bravo, who I took a look at Echo a few months ago, and it's so cool to see, right? He has a fold-out front wheel. We had the deluxes in Planes Fire and Rescue all include special features. Windlifters cargo could be dropped, other things like that. But it's really a shame that characters like Chug and the Smoke Jumpers, there was so much additional playability that was right there. And this is such a beautiful, well-done item. And it's really a shame that it didn't go all the way with the arm. It is also just one solid color. Like, look at how good this mold is. And then the arm is it's just not as good. We've got a little plain wing logo there. It kind of looks more like a bird wing. We've got these sort of fillable, almost troughs on the side. And we also have a bit of a sprinkler system there. Some nozzles on the back of Chug. Again, very, very, very well-designed character, well-designed diecast. I like, this guy's got 3 nozzles on the back. I really like how that looks. It kind of looks like, that the joke in The Simpsons where they go to the beer manufacturing plant and they're like, these are our different flavors, and you zoom out and it's all the same one. That's what this reminds me of. You have the 3 nozzles, but they're all going to the same place. There is a look at the other side of Chug, and finally there is a look at the base. You can see the front is metal and the back is plastic. Yeah, the cab, metal, this whole chunk is plastic. And also really like that his back window is molded in, something that most Mater diecasts are actually missing. And there you have it, guys. Chug, suggested by Calypso. Thank you so much for your suggestion, Calypso. And thank you to everyone who suggested cars for 25 days this year. I know not all of them were picked, of course. Like I said, I think in yesterday's video, I got over 70 suggestions this year, which is insane. And, you know, I really appreciate that every year you guys come back and leave suggestions. New viewers leave suggestions. This is such a fun tradition I love doing on the channel, and I can't wait to do it again next year. Until then, stick around because we got some very exciting content coming on the channel in the coming weeks, months, and into 2026. We are approaching the 20th anniversary of the Cars series, and guys, we're going all out here on the channel. So, yeah, thank you all so much for joining me here at the end of this year, and very excited to show you guys what's next. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Fortnite Winterfest. I hope you got your Christmas Sabrina Carpenter skin, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye now.